Hi, everyone. I'm Nancy.
And I'm Stephanie.
And if you enjoy our show, please like and subscribe.
And hit that notification bell.
We're also on Instagram at TWiN, and you can also find us on X. Well, we did something so exciting yesterday. We were on Outspoken with Dan Wooten for the first time, and hopefully not the last, but it was so much fun. Angela Levin was on the panel, Padina was on the panel, and Samantha Markle. It was just...
Miss Levin laughed at one of your jokes.
I died when she did that. Like, seriously, I don't know if you guys watched it, but you could see my face just kind of pop up like, oh my God, she thought I was funny.
Because Miss Levin laughed.
I'm such a fan of hers. So it was a lot of fun. We got to go over the, I don't even want to call it
8 episodes.
A train wreck. I want to call it more like a car wreck, a slow moving car wreck, because guys, it was boring.
Way more boring than I thought.
Wow.
It was even unhateable watcher boring.
You just made up a word, but yes.
You couldn't hate watch it.
Yes.
Because it was that boring.
Yeah, there was nothing interesting. She kept doing the same things in different episodes. She could have put this show together in one show.
With
like
just
an
eggs,
hour.
An egg edition.
Eggs, dried sprinkled flowers,
mint,
charcuterie boards,
and crudité.
Yes. It was, guys, it was really bad. One thing we were wrong about was the kids were not really in it. You saw Betty's hand when Meghan did this weird thing when she was preparing the dessert with her girlfriends, and she goes, I have an idea. And I got scared for a second because I thought she was going to bring out bananas. Yeah. And then instead she brought out her preserve to put the ice cream on top of. We knew that was going to happen. But she also showed a picture of Betty doing it with Betty's hands. So
I have a theory about that, though. I believe that she saw such a backlash from the first trailer, and then the fires hit. And then she was like, oh, we got to go in and revamp it now. I think she knows that Netflix is donezo with her. Yes. So she needs to now take those children, which she is doing slowly but surely. She is going to monetize them only on her Instagram.
On her personal,
it's the only way you're going to make money.
100%. I think that is where she's going to go down that road that many people have.
She's not going to give them to $1 billion streaming service.
I agree, Stephanie. Yeah. And it's obvious she's going to definitely start using that personal page a lot. The night before, we got Meghan in New York. She was surprising a bunch of people supposedly who used to love the TIG, follow the TIG, and they were at a viewing party. They didn't know Meghan was coming, yet they brought gifts for Meghan. And their reason behind that was they said, we knew you'd be here. Okay. So Meghan walks in. Meghan does the thing that Meghan is so good at, just that fake laughing like that. So here is a video without the music. It's pretty standard for Meghan. Yeah. She had to sit down. She had to sit down because that was like so funny.
It was such a magical night that she had to sit down. She got overwhelmed with magic.
Yeah. So she was just overjoyed, could not believe how many people were gushing over her. It was amazing. The whole night was fabulous. There was also a little gift from her family that was sort of like in the corner there. And they were just, you know, the mama does such hard work. And it was
Don't work too hard, mama.
Yeah. It was from Betty, Archie, and Papa. So what happened was the show premieres. A lot of us just got out the 8 episodes right off the bat. I had to look for it on Netflix. Usually, like when something premieres that they're kind of excited about, they'll put it like right there so you can find it. I had to actually go into the search and press with Love Meghan. That's how I found it. I don't know if it's changed today. Today it is 6 out of their top 10s to watch. Now it's because it's Wednesday.
And hate watch.
John Mulaney is coming out with something, I believe, this weekend. So it's going to go away very fast.
Yes.
The fact that it wasn't number one like Harry and Meghan were when they put out their
docu-series,
whatever that was, just shows you it's not going to be very interesting, and it is going to go away. Probably, I'll say, I'm saying this, and this is just me saying, I think tomorrow it'll be off the top 10. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, but definitely by this weekend.
Oh, definitely by this weekend. Yes. If you didn't catch us on Dan Wooten, if you haven't been watching Royal News Network, Jen, Sue Smith, and Revealing, and Resting Dollface, and all our friends, if you haven't watched them yet, you'll know that it starts off with Daniel Martin being her first guest. And she's making like a platter so she can bring it to her real house for Daniel to stay.
A bath salts in it.
It's very basic. Nothing
snacked.
Yeah.
She's got truffle popcorn.
She was able to take a bag of pretzels from the store and put it into another bag. And that way it was more special by putting it into another bag.
That is so amazing.
You guys, like I said, this was really, really boring. Of course, she's got to show her wedding cake in there because then they make a cake.
And then he's like, I'm going to get 10 pounds. I'm going to gain 10 pounds.
And she says 10 pounds of joy. I mean, it was like this the whole time. You guys, if we thought for a second like you'd enjoy it, we'd say you should give it a hate watch. This is really bad. Like, this is Chloe and Tristan when Chloe took him back for the 4th time kind of bad. No, this is not good. Like, seriously, guys, I'm not going to lie. We had to get ready for Dan Wooten, and Dan wanted us to watch the whole show. We were fast forwarding through it. We couldn't get through the whole show.
And we were also in Nancy's comfy bed at 4:00 in the morning.
We were fast
because we had to be on at 7 with Dan Wooten. So we were trying to stay awake at the same time. And we don't drink coffee.
And then I remember, like, right after we filmed Dan Wooten, we just were exhausted.
We slept the whole day.
We were exhausted because it was like there was nothing to be excited about on the show. Like, we couldn't sit and talk about how bad it was.
Yeah, it was awful.
Like we have done so many times in the past.
She would be like, we're going to have a parfait party.
Or talk about bees. What did she say about on the bee's knees? Oh my God. It was so bad. It was so, she's talking about how she's afraid of bees.
She starts blowing up balloons.
Oh.
She's like, and everyone needs to get this. And it's like,
she just shows, but it's not, but it's a balloon. Like you get at Party City.
Yeah.
Like everyone has that in their garage, don't they? They just like hook the balloon up and it goes up. But she's got to show us like 4 or 5 times how to do it. It's almost like they were just trying to kill time because
it's almost like they were trying to kill us.
Yes. But that's the thing. They had no topics or formats. She couldn't talk on her own. The director was constantly talking to her. So that kept throwing us off.
We were like,
puts flowers on Crostini. Oh. And right then and there, I said, someone needs to call the police and put that woman in jail. As an Italian, you do not put flowers on Christina.
What are you doing?
She put flowers on everything. We thought the mint was bad. That was just part of the teaser. Obviously, we're going to make now a sweatshirt with flowers because it was flowers for everything. Edible flowers. Now, look, being from LA and Portland, yes, that is a thing, but that's not a thing for everybody. So it's not pleasing on the plate if you're not aware that you can eat flowers and some flowers are edible like that.
It's just not something that everybody wants to do.
It's not appetizing.
No.
It's gross.
No.
Then she like tries to make donuts, but she just bakes little cakes instead.
They're cakes. They're not even donuts. And she doesn't fry them. She bakes them.
She sprinkles flowers on them.
And then she sprinkles flowers on the cake donuts.
That's it. That's it, guys. That's it. Barely talking. Just going, isn't that nice?
Isn't this nice?
Like barely talking.
Look at the flowers go. It's look, it's raining flowers. It's raining flowers.
And then, oh my God, you could definitely tell that the ARO thing happened very fast because this whole show was about her making tea.
Yeah.
Tea from stuff from her garden,
She
like
would
a lot of citrus.
Yes, she would seep it.
And you get
Kept seeping it.
sun teas, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you get your citrus from California, the most of the country. So she was definitely going to go for that Santa Barbara vibe. And I don't know what happened, but either Netflix said, look, we make all our stuff in China, babe, or maybe the trademark didn't go, but trust me, this was not her plan at all to go with As Ever, because As Ever, we're going to show you guys what it looks like. She did put some tea and jam, whatever, on her website, and it just looks weird. It looks weird.
She's calling it preserve now.
Yeah, and so Delphina's in an episode and she makes dog treats.
Biscuits.
Delphina's uncomfortable the whole time. She talks about living in Argentina, and that was great being on with Dan yesterday because Samantha Markle basically said she was not there really, like she didn't live there. She was only there for a 5 weeks kind of study program that my dad paid for. That was it.
She wasn't in the UN.
She was never interning. So it's so stupid.
I mean,
and then they start dancing on the trail. And guys, if you haven't seen that clip,
first they make their flattened, forgettable focaccia, and then they go to the trail.
They
and
just start dancing, but there's no music, and it's so stupid. Oh my God.
They act like they are not friends.
Yes. Yes,
there's no chemistry between anyone that comes into contact with her. Not even her hairstylist or her makeup person. He didn't even have a connection towards her.
Yeah. And then when you didn't think it could get any more boring, she talks about how she likes to just sit and wait for the popping sound on the jam to know that it's sealed. She's like, I'll just wait. Sit there and wait. Oh my God. You guys, you can't make this up.
I said today on X, it's like watching paint dry while listening to elevator music in a padded cell.
Oh my God. Yes.
That's how it was for watching this series.
Oh my God. And then she goes to the flower mart and there's nothing new that wasn't in the teaser. She likes to just tell a story. And then she goes, there's the story. But I'm telling, seriously, she really doesn't know how to put arrangements very well. And she doesn't even know how to make like a charcuterie board that well.
No.
She said, look how pretty this is. It looked like she just threw the stuff on there.
It did not look appetizing.
No, nothing was appetizing.
No.
And nothing was new. Like there wasn't like something different she did that made it look like, oh, that's different. So she makes the floral ice cubes, which again, big freaking deal. I don't understand what the big deal was.
Thank you, Pamela Anderson.
Her dumb friends come over. Abigail is acting like I'm not going to say it because I can't say it on here, but boy, she might have had a good time in the bathroom before she went on set. But there's like, da-da-da-da. Meghan, during the whole series, is throwing in stories about her kids. So she's throwing breadcrumbs. It's all stories about, oh, Betty bought this bear, and stuff. It was all about that. Of course, Kelly Zeiflin was there and she was merching. We'll show you that she was merching not one, but 2 necklaces.
And then they want to like make a branzino and they do the salt method, which I'm Mediterranean. And I looked at that like, oh dear God, I wanted to crawl through the television and help them out a little bit. I mean, the way she makes food is so disgusting.
It's really basic.
It is basic, but it's like she got it off a Google recipe and then she like put it in the oven and then she didn't check on it at all. Oh, didn't season it.
And then she takes tomatoes on a vine for the 1100th time.
Drizzles it with olive oil.
And puts it in the oven. I'm telling you, she does this in every episode. How to roast tomatoes.
And serves it with the branzino.
She serves it with everything.
It was a nightmare.
She serves it with her quiche, her frittatas, everything.
I'm going to make my branzino. later this
You
week.
should.
And I'm going to show you how to make a branzino. Because that ain't how to do it. Don't follow her recipes.
Yes.
But I say that, what recipes?
She wasn't
never
giving
told
it.
us. She never gave us instructions.
She never gave instruction once. She did not do it.
Just put the fish in the salt.
The chefs were coming in, and Roy Choi, you could tell towards the end he was getting a little annoyed with her.
Yeah.
And also the guy who taught her how to do Mexican food.
Oh, yeah.
He seriously had a problem with her.
Yeah.
Like he was not having it. But Roy Choi, when he made Meghan his sous chef and he sort of took over, I think he made her put her hair up.
I hope so.
I think so. I think it was him who did that.
I hope so.
She started with her hair down. So I think that's what happened.
Yeah, but when we get to the Mexican food, that's where she starts talking about community. She goes into the community thing. And I'm thinking to myself, wait, stealing other people's ideas and recipes is not community. That's just stealing.
And did we mention that during the whole show, she's making digs at the royal family in the way Meghan can, where she'll say, I couldn't ever express myself like this. And I couldn't have, really? You couldn't cook? You couldn't do any of this stuff? Really?
She's Meghan at the end. Megan's like, I just missed my creativity.
Yeah, my creativity.
I missed it so much.
What are you talking about?
You could have been. Didn't the Queen put her on the board of a theater?
Yes.
Do you know
the National Theater?
Isn't that creativity right there?
Yeah. So she has those godmother witches over, and the head of the class, his wife, and
Paramount Pictures.
Supposedly they play mahjong once a week.
No, I don't even know what mahjong is.
I don't think so. And there were more egg frittatas and more flowers, and that was it.
And flowers, and that was it.
Well, then we finally get to the last episode. Thank God.
Thank you, Jesus.
And what does she do? She teaches us how to gift wrap.
Oh, yeah.
But not like I know how to gift wrap. I even know how to gift wrap like special ways to like really preserve the tape and make it look pretty. She didn't do any of my techniques. That's another thing. When you make your fish, I'm going to show you guys how to gift wrap.
Great.
The way she was doing it was totally wrong. She was wasting a lot of paper, but for some reason we had to watch Meghan gift wrap.
Yeah, she's like, this is how you crease the paper.
Yeah, and then that Alice Waters comes, that chef, who Anthony Bourdain, I guess, did not like at all. So we're Team Bourdain here. And she just taught her how to make a vinaigrette.
But the whole time, Meghan's like looking at her like she's the best thing in the world. And like she treats this woman better than she treats Harry.
Or Her Majesty the Queen.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's like she really just go like lips to butt.
I'm really trying to I'm really trying to imagine anybody in my life that I would be like. I guess to the Queen is who I would act like that towards. I can't imagine anyone else. But yeah, she was like,
well, I mean, our first lady.
Yeah, but she was like, oh my God, I can't believe you're here. Oh my God.
I can't believe you're here, not in my kitchen.
I mean, it was weird. It was very strange. And then the woman did not stay for the brunch.
No.
So Meghan's got the brunch, and she's got everything that she's made during the whole show.
More eggs.
Which isn't a lot. She's got the frittatas. She's got crepes with the jam on it. She's like more flowers, edible flowers.
More eggs.
Crudité. Just the same stuff we saw the entire time. And very, very basic. And then we see
the table wasn't even that pretty.
It was so basic.
It wasn't even that pretty.
Very basic. And she just like, all her friends are there that we saw, like Kelly. Oh, the Pilates girl was there. She wasn't actually on the show, but whatever.
Well,
but
you got to get your yes people in.
So then we see Doria, and Doria's like, I don't know. I've never seen Doria so not, well, I have seen Doria not happy, but like, because
she didn't seem that happy.
She really didn't seem like she wanted to be there. And that's probably because the paycheck is drying up for Doria when it comes to Netflix, because Doria's not stupid. She knows that every time she makes an appearance somewhere, she gets paid for it. She knows that for a fact. You know, it's just like with the Kardashians. The reason they started having their kids on the show is because they knew that their kids would have to get paid. And Scott Disick even made the deal for them when it came to E. And I think that's why they went to Hulu, because it was cheaper. But that is why. So Doria didn't look very happy. She looked confused.
She kept asking, "Did you make this? Is this from your garden?"
She actually said, confused. "Are those greens from your garden?" So just really stupid things. And then Harry's
actually questions you should probably know the answer to.
If you're a close mom, right. if like, you know, you're in Whistler and your mom's watching your kids and you're that close, that would be things like, I don't have to say a lot to my mom because we already know. It's already,
yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean?
Like she came in sort of not getting it.
Yeah, mom can walk into the house and not have a lot of questions for us.
Doria was walking in going, "Okay, where's my cue?"
Well, Doria was acting like she just hadn't talked to Meghan in months.
Well,
like it was just very
wouldn't shock me.
It wouldn't shock me. So Harry comes in like a weirdo and, you know, gets a drink immediately. Good for him. And she just makes this stupid toast about, first it was like, thanks to all you guys, but then it became about her. And I'm starting a business. And honey, you're not starting a business.
She said this is a new chapter.
It's a new chapter. It's a new business, blah, blah, blah. So we were done with that. Thank God we are done.
Never will watch that
again. But what I want to just show one clip of Mindy Kaling. This is so weird, you guys. She asked Meghan about her look, but she says, "Look." Now, I've never heard that before. That's not like a slang. That's very strange.
I don't hear the kids in the street saying,
I've never heard that before. It confused Meghan, and Meghan does not like to be confused.
She doesn't.
So
confuse me.
Yeah, that's the one thing we're going to show you guys. We're sorry, but it has to be shown. I thought she
meant loot. Like, what's the loot in your pantry?
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
No. Machine moment that Mindy on the script had to ask that. Mindy went off script and it said, "Okay, what's your look?" But she wanted to say Luke or whatever that was.
Why she did it?
She definitely went off script, but that was part of the merching portion of the show. Again, there was no chemistry, nothing between friends.
It's just so weird. And thanks to Brittany over at Royal News Network, she got the skinny first on the as ever crap Meghan is selling. Meghan finally found the send button from the email list she started holding hostage a year ago. Her lame attempt to defend her terrible product choices leaves a lot to be desired. Can any of these choices for cheap at the supermarket? And she still hasn't justified why her products are better than her numerous competitors. Oh no, wait, she lived in England once and visited France as a student, and she likes tea that good brand products make. In a market that's ridiculously crowded with competitors, this justification sounds flimsy, self-indulgent, and juvenile. Let's see what Meghan has to say. When I think of the things I look forward to most, I usually find them in the unexpected, in the thoughtful gesture, in the small details that show care, the single dahlia hand-plucked from your garden and shared with a friend instead of the grandeur of a large bouquet, the lost art of a handwritten note, written with care to simply say, thinking of you, and placed in an actual mailbox with an actual stamp and sent with love, the simplicity of a grilled cheese sandwich cut into small triangles and dunked into tomato soup with your kids, or one of my favorites, making breakfast for dinner. Those small yet meaningful moments of connection are where we can all find the magic in every day. Showing up for someone can make them feel a little more loved and definitely more seen. And as ever is a reminder that those gestures do not have to be grand. In fact, it's often the small moments that can have the largest impact. They say it's the thought that counts, but I would go a step further. It's the thought that counts the most. Hibiscus tea that reminds me of the sun tea I made in my childhood, placing a tea bag into a mason jar of water and watching it change color as it steeped in the warmth of the sun. Crunchy and delicious shortbread cookies that remind me of my time in England, with tiny flour sprinkles to add extra beauty and charm to enjoy each delicate bite. Crepe mix inspired by my time visiting France as a student, savoring the thin texture and delicate flavor and bringing a taste of that back to my college apartment at the time and now my family home. My beloved fruit spreads, honed over years of recipe testing, the sweet scent wafting through the house, the type of aroma that makes you stop, close your eyes, and breathe it all in, the fragrance that says, welcome home. With As Ever, I welcome you to the feeling of my home and invite you to have this joy in your home too. As ever, Meghan. So here is the crap that she has decided to sell. Everything that was pushed on the show.
Oh, the edible flowers?
Yes, yes.
You know, I was thinking about this.
Look, right there.
I was thinking about this last night. When you're a kid and they teach you like what's poisonous flowers, what are flowers that you can pick and bring home. Never to eat flowers, but that type of stuff. I just have this feeling that if you're sprinkling flowers on donuts and cakes, well, what makes you think that your kid isn't going to just go outside and just start eating flowers then?
I agree with you,
because
Stephanie.
Mommy does it.
It's not.
And then it's a poisonous flower.
It's not. It's an odd practice. I don't understand it. I think selling it's not going to fly off the shelves. I really don't.
I don't think so either.
I don't think any of this crap will. I mean, I wouldn't drink her tea. I saw how she made it yesterday. I'm just not impressed.
There's her new jam. It says As Ever. It doesn't say
like
American Riviera Orchard anymore.
It doesn't look like it's like As Ever sounds like stationery. It just doesn't sound like
oh God, don't give her that idea.
Yeah. More tea, and there is the shortbread cookies she made, and it comes with flour sprinkles.
Jeez.
And the crepe mix.
See, that would just confuse children.
And then you can put your email address.
Don't give them your email address.
Yeah, obviously. As Ever is more than a brand. It's a love language created by Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. As Ever welcomes you to a collection of products, each inspired by her long-lasting love of cooking, entertaining, and hostessing with ease. This curated collection has been crafted to elevate your everyday and inspire moments of joy. Oh my God, is this gonna tank? This available spring 2025. Be the first to know what's coming out, babe. So everything appears to be $25. So if you want to spend $25 for tea, go for it. If you want to spend $25 for shortbread mix or
edible flowers,
I guess you can do whatever you want. We're not telling you not to.
Lights. I'm personally going to go to High Grove and get it there because I know that it goes to charity.
Yes.
Now, does Nancy, I know you did a thorough search of this. Anything going to charity here?
No, none. It's all
not
for profit.
Not one dime?
Not one.
That's a shame.
And it wouldn't be Meghan Markle if she didn't immediately put the plating of all the crap she did on her show on her Instagram page. There is the fruit rainbow.
How innovative.
It's so bad. That? These are all the behind the scenes. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this. When we were growing up, our grandma made a ton of quiche for us, and then we'd have a salad afterwards. Italians do that. We eat our salads after to digest. But we don't need to see it done on every episode. It was just soul crushing. That is our review of whatever the hell that was. I'm telling you guys, it is so bad. I am jealous of all of you that did not have to watch it.
I wish I had one of those Men in Black things and I could just point it to you. And just go.
I just feel stupid. I really do.
Yeah.
Now, the next TWiN Talk, we're obviously going to go over the reviews. They are not very good. Now, we're not talking about the British papers.
Nope.
We're talking about reviews like the Daily Beast, Variety, hello. Page 6. So the reviews are terrible.
Yeah, we're just waiting for them all to come in. And when we got all of them in, we're going to do a whole show for you tomorrow on just the reviews.
Oh, but boy, are they terrible.
And I think they might lift our spirits, Nancy.
I hope so. Yeah, a lot of people saying how boring it was. A lot of people just saying how dull it was.
No, a lot of people saying egocentric.
Yes.
Pretentious. What were you saying yesterday? Your poll quote?
It was bland frittatas and tea.
That's
what
beautiful.
was your poll quote?
It was a flat and forgettable focaccia.
That's a good one. Tell us what your poll quote is, and we will read some on the next show. Just get ready for that.
Get ready for the reviews are in.
Today's animal rescue is Puplandia Dog and Rescue.
Aww.
Puplandia Dog and Rescue is a volunteer-driven Oregon nonprofit organization and operated to facilitate the rescue, rehabilitation, and rehoming of dogs while forming partnerships with other local rescues, shelters, veterinarians, and business. You guys, they're the ones transporting dogs out of states that have high kill shelters. They are rescuing these dogs, bringing them here to Portland, and finding them loving homes. So please go take a look at their website. We're putting their link in the description box below. Share them with friends and family. It really does make a difference.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for sticking in with us with all this mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, we're not even done yet.
No,
so we still have the reviews.
No, we're done with that.
No, yeah,
we're done with that.
But I'm just saying, we still have the reviews.
But I feel like the reviews are going to be positive for us.
I hope, yes, of course. But we still have to deal with this.
Okay, we love you so much. We will see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye.